Guess what day it is? Just guess. Come on, you know what day it is. You don't know? How could you not know? It might be the most beautiful day, no, the greatest day. Okay, I'll tell you. It's Hump Day. It's time for the Hump Day podcast with Matt and Zoe.
What is this? Matt and Zoe's back to business. Let's get it. Welcome to the Hump Day podcast. I'm Zoe.
And I'm Matt.
And we about to go right into this, man. I miss y'all and I'm back. Let's get it.
Yeah, welcome back, Zoe. All right, so we got Carmelo Anthony's case up and coming. How do you feel about the case itself?
Guilty.
We're not talking about the GoFundMe yet. Yeah, I feel the same way. Why are people donating to his GoFundMe? I don't understand. Can you help me to understand this? It's not a GoFundMe, by the way. It's some other
They stuck on the Democrat plantation.
It's called Give, Send, Go.
Yeah,
so
they stuck on that plantation. That's all it is.
They've raised $543,000 as of right now.
But you can only fool people for so long. I'm seeing videos of they feel hoodwinked and they feel like they've been bamboozled and scammed.
Yeah, but they already gave the money. Who cares?
Yeah, but they're asking for more. They're asking for more.
But they gave, so the next person that stabs somebody and asks for money, are they going to give money to them? You
Absolutely,
know what I mean?
absolutely,
like,
because it's called Back to Black without no facts, and it's
crazy.
I don't even know, that just came off the top too. So
that's like a couple bar, like a bar or
Back
two.
to Black with no facts, and typically how it happens, you end up getting stabbed in the back. So it's like listen.
They're asking for basically 1.4 million is what they want.
Yeah, they need a whole nother $500 and something thousand.
No, 900,000. No, wait. 600. So they want 800,000 more dollars.
800,000.
A little more than $800.
All for him to still go to jail.
Well, yeah, no, they know he's guilty. And here it doesn't say that he's not. The purpose of the fund, while legal defense is a critical part of this journey, we want to make it clear that this fund is not solely dedicated to the legal expenses. The funds raised will also support a range of urgent, necessary needs that have emerged as a result of this situation, including but not limited to the safe relocation of the Anthony family due to escalating threats to their safety and well-being, as well as basic living costs, transportation, counseling, and other security measures.
That's another
crazy.
lie, bro. That's another lie. I'm keeping it all the way 1,000, bro. No,
relocating
the threats.
Oh,
the threats.
Yeah, nah,
the threats, bro.
I mean, maybe the father, maybe.
Listen,
somebody related. I don't know.
I don't know too many white people out there. I'm keeping it 1,000. They already know how much just evil black people can be and aggressive.
I think evil. Human beings.
I don't think. Let me not use evil. I'm gonna just say aggressive, right? And strong-minded and strong-willed black people are. I don't really see too many white people coming off on black people like that,
like threatening them.
Yeah,
I mean, I believe they probably received a few threats because it's such national news, but I don't think it's it's crazy.
Not like how black people do. Nowhere near the way black people threaten people. No way near. So maybe. But it's not severe like they're trying to make it due to the threats and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
That's cap. Now, the roles were reversed.
Yeah.
Oh, if
the roles were reversed, nobody would be donating.
If it was a black kid that died, and it was the white kid that
stabbed
did it.
him?
Yeah,
I'm just saying those
black people on his heels.
Oh,
you talking about threats for real?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Back in the riots and stuff, that one kid defended himself and shot another white guy, and they were after him.
Listen,
it was
man,
the BLM riots and all that.
Remember
that?
We knew.
Rittenhouse.
I don't even follow that because I hate Black Lives Matter.
No, there were all those riots. I'm talking about Rittenhouse was there, like guarding some property. You don't remember it? And then he got chased down the street and he fell and he shot the guy. It was a white guy, but the BLM protesters were like trying to kill him after that. He was like, he sued the TV news networks, made so much money because they made it into a huge thing. Like he was an evil person.
I'm going to do something. And it's crazy. I don't want to get too far off subject. It was something about a black woman who just got killed in South Carolina by an illegal immigrant. Right?
I didn't hear about this. Go ahead.
And no coverage.
That's probably why I didn't hear about it.
No Black Lives Matter. No MSNBC. No CNN. No ABC.
Well, that's because it doesn't fit the narrative.
And as much as they try to tell black people that they're with them, not covering you dying.
Yeah.
From
not
the
from
the same people y'all protecting.
Yeah,
for the same people y'all protecting, but yet black people still under this illusion that you're going to do something for them. They continue to vote for y'all, even when you guys continue to show them that they're irrelevant to you and they don't even matter to you.
That's crazy.
But yeah, man, this woman died, bro. She got attacked. She got attacked by a legal immigrant. Two teenage illegal kids. I think they were teenagers, and the police just chased them a few days before, and they ended up killing her, man. And I'm like, why ain't nobody talking about it? Where's the Black Lives Matter movement? Because Black lives really don't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To them,
they only matter when it fits a narrative.
Only matter
like Carmelo Anthony
when it's a money grab,
stabs a white guy, when it's a money and kills a white guy.
When it's a money grab,
let's go fund it.
And that's cut and dry right there.
That's easy.
I promise that's going to be the fastest trial that you see on the.
This is completely guilty. They don't even need to waste their money on an attorney, and that parlays me into.
Well, guess what? They're not even buying an attorney.
I was about to say,
my boy filed for a public defender.
Because he
y'all
doesn't have the money.
That chicken.
Check this out. So his money doesn't count. None of this money counts as his money because it's in his mom's name, Kayla Hayes. Okay. And because family member's money doesn't count towards your money, he can file for a public defender and get a public defender. Crazy work, man. So allegedly, his family bought a new Escalade, bought a new house with this money.
Yep.
I don't know how valid it is.
I don't think they bought the house. They're renting the house, and it's 900.
I heard something like that.
Yeah, so it's 90,000. I don't know, but I mean I heard. But excuse me, this is just. This is crazy. This is crazy. I can't believe like this kid is garnering this much attention from people who want to help him, knowing that it's cut and dry that he killed this kid in cold blood. And I'm on the side of right. I'm not on the side of color. So
yeah, as everyone should be.
Say what you guys feel. Because if you continue to push a lie, all you'll ever do is lie. And one thing, like I said, I'm transparent as can be. That's it. Y'all paying for that boy. But like I said, a lot of these people waking up, they feel bamboozled. So
100% bamboozled. And I would too.
I'm happy you feel bamboozled because you were dumb in the beginning.
Just kidding.
I wish I might.
Yeah, you shouldn't be so stupid. Backing this situation is crazy. Innocent before guilty, I understand. But don't donate money to somebody who murdered somebody. Like, this is cut and dry. So let's check out the video of her. They had a little press conference where she's talking about the allegations, how they haven't spent any of the money or whatever. We'll watch that real quick. I'm sure you guys have seen it.
Sounds like her wig ugly, too. Let me be clear.
Put those headphones on.
The claims,
wig is ugly.
The claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds.
Coincidentally.
And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made.
What are they using the funds for is what I need to know.
I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to.
Until proven guilty. I get it. I get what you're saying, but people also have a right to their opinion.
Yeah, freedom of speech, all that.
You can call it an attack, but all people doing is having a right to their own opinion. And if they feel like that boy right there killed that other little boy in cold blood, then they can talk about it. They can talk about it. I mean, my opinion is that the case is open shut. Literally.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking.
I don't
about
think there's any
shut.
legal defense you could have here. They were trying to say these boys were bullying them, and then they watched the videos and they said they seen no evidence of bullying.
Listen, my opinion.
And bullying doesn't allow you to stab somebody and kill them. Like, come on, bro. I get like bullying's bad. Bullying's not great. But we've been through bullying. I'm sure you've been through bullying.
Nah, bro.
You never got bullied?
Bro, are you serious?
You never got bullied, not even a little bit.
Not
when you were
in
a
my
kid,
life.
by the older kids?
Nah,
I've been bullied before.
I lie.
You lie?
Yeah.
You've been bullied.
I've been.
But you deal with it.
I had one bully in my whole entire life. I was in Connecticut. My cousin, he was a boxer. And I was terrified of this kid.
Yeah, a boxer's
Yeah, he
tough.
used to always pick on me, and I was terrified because I knew he was a boxer, and I watched his work, so I knew he was nicer than him.
Yeah.
But one day my aunt called me to the house, and she locked me in a room with him, and she was like, "You're gonna fight him. You're not gonna keep running from him." And I don't know, from the South, we strong.
Yeah.
I mean, so my whole thing was to rush him, slam him, and go to work. And literally, that's what I did.
Yeah, boxers are different.
Yeah, I'm not about
and all
that.
that.
I'm not about to sit right there when
You
I
play to
know
your
that
strengths. Yeah.
Yeah, so I rushed him, boom, and I literally put my elbow in his neck, and I was choking him out, telling him, "You're gonna leave me alone.
There you go.
You're gonna leave me alone." But
You
yeah,
didn't
man.
stab him.
Nah.
You didn't kill him.
Nah, to this day, man, shout out to my cousin, man. I ain't got to say your name, but love you. We good. We grown. Both got kids, families.
That's good.
And
I got bullied
He know I ain't scared.
when I was younger. I got bullied. I never went and stabbed anybody. That doesn't give you a reason to stab somebody. Murder's not the reason. Or there's no real excuse for murder.
Nah, you could have just hooked off on them kids if that's the case.
But there was no evidence of bullying.
I know, but still,
But
if you was feeling like that, I'd have just still off on home.
His family
And if his
is-
brother would have jumped me, that would have been a story. Yeah, they both had to jump me. You get what I'm saying? I would have took the L,
Yeah.
but y'all both had to jump me.
Yeah, it took two of them.
Yeah,
It wasn't me.
there you go. We'd have lived to fight another day,
His
bro.
family's bullying the public by taking all their money, man. That's crazy.
No,
to
they
me.
ain't nobody.
Why
They ain't
are
bully
y'all
nobody.
donating to
People
this?
don't. These people were dumb enough to donate.
Idiots.
They didn't bully nobody.
Complete
They
idiots.
really did. They just. Oh yeah, he was right. Oh, I had people out there. Dr. Umar,
Racism.
Bro, I can't stand him, bro.
Yeah.
This Dr. Umar guy, he out there. Yeah, he should be celebrated in it.
He should be celebrated. Yeah, that's crazy.
Man,
That's
listen,
crazy.
man, you guys, you disgusting.
All right. So,
Yeah.
you got anything else on this subject?
Nah, man.
We'll move on to the next one. You heard about the New York mayoral race?
Yeah.
The Andrew Cuomo was against the communist guy that
Socialist communist. His name was
So how do you
Democrat
feel about
socialist.
that?
I feel like
Zoran Mamdani
Yep.
is his name.
Yep. I feel like New York going to continue to pick the poison that they pick, and they're going to have to deal with it because you can't want change but continue to vote for the same thing that got you in the situation that you in the first place. So I have absolutely no remorse.
They're voting for him because of his what he stands
Listen,
for and all. It's crazy to me.
One thing
The
my daddy
Democratic Party
always told me. My daddy always, you work for whatever you want. So he yelling out free, free, free.
Who's paying?
Free. It ain't even who praying. How much pride you got?
Yeah,
Where's
that's
your
true
manhood?
too.
Where's
That's
your
true.
backbone?
Yeah.
And you never gonna be able to get. Basically, that's your master. He's gonna give you the bare essentials to live.
Yeah,
So you're
that's
not getting
communism.
ahead.
It's communism.
Yeah, you're not getting ahead. You're not getting up. You're not gonna be able to. You're not. Listen, bro. I can't stand people that want something for free because if you think anything in this world is free, you're sadly mistaken. Not even advice, which I'm even giving you guys right now, and you should be paying me. But hey, You work for whatever you want. The government wants you to depend on them. When the government, if you depend on the government, that makes the government bigger. The government's not supposed to be bigger than the people. The people are supposed to be bigger than the government. You don't depend on the government. What you want to do is shrink them till they have absolutely no power over you, and you have the power back that you're supposed to have. But when you're sitting there groveling to them and allowing them to manipulate you into voting to keep them there or expand them, then it's not going to work out for anybody. And these Wall Street people, they're going to leave New York if you think you're about to tax them and take their bread.
There shouldn't be billionaires. Like, none of this should exist. And I let me say, I do understand the thought of it. Like, they worked, they invented this, Amazon, whatever. They got their billions. $1 billion is a lot of money. He said that. And
why is people counting other people's pockets?
Hold on, but $1 billion is impossible to spend. But we're talking about generation. I'm just saying, care. This person has $1 billion. This person is a bum on the street.
That's not my fault.
But they are altruistic and they give money back and they earn that money. And coming up, Amazon has created so many jobs and stuff. So why are we gonna punish a billionaire? Maybe like taxes, higher rate of taxes for a higher income, which they do get anyways.
That's right.
I'm trying to see a little bit of what he's saying, and I do understand $1 billion is a lot.
I don't see nothing like that.
But I'm not saying I agree with him.
What I'm saying is $1 billion can be a lot of money, but that's the best thing about this country. You can literally go from sleeping on the streets to a billionaire.
Yeah, Bezos.
You can go from that to that's the success story, and nobody should count your pockets. Nobody who has the power. That's crazy. You give people the power to tell you where your cap at that you can make and what they're gonna do with your cap and your money once you obtain it.
Well, there should be no cap on what you can make. I was just saying $1 billion is a lot. No,
it is a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
What he's saying is, there shouldn't be billionaires. We should take the money away. Well,
no,
then who has the money? The government?
Absolutely.
So now the government owns
He's
you.
for big government.
That's
crazy. I'm straight. I'm straight. Hell no.
So the Democratic Party has moved itself, and I don't think it's all Democrats.
No, it's not, because a lot of people think he's psychotic.
But they're voting in a way that's like moved them so far. It's communism. It's communism.
Super.
He's a pure communist.
Yeah, he's a communist.
He won't say that he supports Palestine, and he won't say that he doesn't.
Said straight up and down he's aiming for white neighborhoods.
What do you mean?
Literally, for the taxes.
Oh, yeah.
People, the people in the white people in the rich places in New York.
Yeah.
He's aiming for them.
They asked him about apartheid and if he would condemn it, and he would not condemn it. He said, I don't believe in this and this, but he wouldn't condemn it. So he's a pure like communist. Now, I want to be clear. He hasn't won the mayoral race.
No, he hasn't. He's just a primary.
Exactly. He won the primary.
He still got to go through Adams.
And let's be honest, Cuomo
is a great guy. Yeah, he's a big guy.
No, Andrew Cuomo got beat.
Yeah, I'm saying him. He was a big guy, though.
He used to be the mayor.
Yeah.
And he's the one, he's not good, though. Like, it's hard to choose. They're both crap.
They're both shit.
Yeah. So, remember in COVID, he had the older people who had COVID. He put them all together. They all died. Like, this is almost a murderer that they're asking to vote in. I'm not saying he's guilty of murder. I'm saying what he did was crazy. So, he won the primary. That doesn't mean he won the mayoral race. So the mayoral race is still going to happen. So we'll see how it goes. But New York, you're in a hard, tough way. Adams is not good
I don't see no God in him, though. I don't
like Adams.
I don't see no God in him.
He doesn't believe in a God
that's what I'm saying. So listen. And
his religion's completely
different. That's another thing, right? There's no problems with religion. None at all. None at all. And no slight to any other religion out there. America was built on Christianity.
Yeah, freedom of religion, though. There is freedom.
I'm not saying
and it is built on our money. It says in God we trust. So yes, Christianity.
I'm never going to say that. I'm saying in our government, it should strictly be. We should keep it the same way that our founding fathers picked it. It should be Christians.
We can't really do
Christian.
that, though.
You can't say what we can't do.
We vote them in. I'm saying we as the majority can,
but we
have to vote.
It should have been a law to prevent that.
To prevent people that aren't Christian?
Correct.
I don't believe
because
that.
you have to keep the core values. You can be here and
freedom of religion.
You can be free to celebrate whatever religion you want. That's what that means. You're free to celebrate whatever religion. But in the elected officials,
they're allowed to be whatever
that's not
religion.
in there.
It says freedom of religion, so you can't annex them from being in the government because they don't believe in
just
God.
My personal opinion.
I personally agree.
Just my personal opinion. Yeah.
I agree with you, but on the legal side of things, we're not allowed to say
Correct.
To be clear, I on the last podcast I mentioned it when at the end of his speech, Trump said, "Hey, and one last thing, we love you, God. Protect our troops."
That's right.
It gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
I love to hear religion back in our politics. But with that being said, I don't agree with excluding people that don't believe in God because we were founded on freedom of religion. That's one of the reasons we left and made our own.
But why do we keep? Why is you aligning that with the government? That can just be the constitution of the country. In this country, you have the freedom of religion in this country.
But you're saying as a government official, no, you can't do that. You can't cut a line there because these officials.
I'm just saying because we have a language. Mm-hmm. We have a primary language here.
Well, it's not legal primary language,
but it's I feel that you should.
English is.
I feel like you shouldn't be here if you can't speak it.
I agree. Remember we talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
I agree with you. I'm just saying. Legally, that wouldn't stand. You
couldn't
say you have to believe in this.
Just like I said, it should be super hard for anybody to come here. It shouldn't be easy. You shouldn't make immigration easier for anybody.
I don't think you could be president if you weren't born in the United States. I'm curious about mayor. I know you can be mayor. He wasn't born in the United States. He's an immigrant.
Shit,
from
Barack
outside.
wasn't either.
There's also he was. That's false.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
He was.
My opinion. He wasn't either.
He brought all the paperwork. Like he was.
Nah, his paperwork was shaky.
You're talking about that Trump thing that he brought up.
It was shaky.
Barack was from me.
It was shaky.
We are very aligned on a lot of stuff, but you're going crazy, a little off.
I can have an opinion.
No, of course you can.
I can have my opinion.
I respect it.
He is not.
And we'll still be homies after this.
Yeah, they'll see that. But see, that's the beauty of myself.
I'm all for the black and white of things, the legality of things. I have my opinions, and I don't keep them to myself. But I understand legality is legality. So religion, you're free to practice any religion.
Correct.
I prefer it to be.
Shout out to every religion because I don't have a problem with any religion. I actually have. A guy who I really do. We have a lot of conversations when I come in contact with him. He's Muslim and he's Indian Muslim. He's not like American Muslim, like black Muslim, because
it's different.
This one thing that I'm actually seeing. The difference between a black Muslim and an Indian Muslim is completely different. Absolutely, bro. It's like, but that's not here nor there. But we talk a lot, man. So I mean, I really do. I value everybody from every religion that they practice, and I actually just met somebody with the Norse religion. It's like Viking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Does it still exist?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Absolutely. And I'm interested. I ask a lot, but still, I mean, my opinion is, Christianity is above all.
Same.
I mean,
I'm the same. I was raised Catholic. I'm Christian. I don't really practice too much, but I do. I pray before I eat. I pray to God every night. I thank him for all the blessings he gave me and all the blessings that are still coming. I pray for my friends when they're going through hard times, family. Like, I believe in God. I believe at the end of our lives, we got someplace to be.
And we can
our
do better.
Eternal souls.
We can do better.
Yeah.
But God, I mean, he created us, so he knows we're a work in progress.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? He ain't gonna have no mercy when it's that time. So we better get it together sooner than later. That's for sure.
I would like to see New York get it together, but honestly, if you are in New York, you need to just get out of there. If this stuff isn't working for you, scoot out. I know you got love for the Bronx and all that, and we'll parlay that into something real quick. But New York's not what it should be. Yeah. And with this guy here, it's going to be pure communism. It's going to be just.
It's going to turn into a third world country.
But if y'all vote for him,
actually
get what you voted
for. It's going to turn to an experiment. New York is going to become an experimental
he's
state.
Not going all the stuff he's saying can't. It won't be passed.
We know. It's
like
impossible.
He can only pass so many things.
Listen, he's going for what? Mayor.
The
governor's over him, right?
I'm not sure.
Who's the one? It's a position over him of that state. The woman already says she don't support.
Oh yeah. Oh, of the whole state. Yes, the governor of the state.
She don't.
But she doesn't have say in that city. He
has
say in that city.
He got to pass something.
But if he does stuff illegal or something that's against
she says she don't support it. She ain't having it. But
yeah, good.
But this is your time because I've been very critical of New York.
New York is voting some
more
crazy people
than a few of these episodes. So you guys really, really, really got to dig deep. Pray if you need to. You got to dig deep and you got to search for the right answer on who to vote for because I can promise you,
this guy's not it.
Your state, your city, your cities, because the outskirts, the suburban areas are fine. The heart, let's just say the heart of New York.
Yeah.
If y'all don't get this right this time, y'all city could be completely destroyed. Literally completely destroyed between the illegal immigrants and now voting in a socialist, a communist, whatever they want to call them.
That's the next step, though. Adams is not much farther.
One thing I can tell you about Adams came around in the line with Trump.
Around, but at first he was like, nah,
but I'm
this
cool.
is a
Listen,
sanctuary
you can come around.
city.
Listen, you can come around.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
He was also defund the police too, I think, wasn't he?
At some point, because he was a police. He came literally from being a police. But he turned a lot around.
Did he?
Yes, and he was in support of Trump. He can't control the sanctuary thing because that's something that's signed into their laws or something like that. But he definitely cooperated with Trump. They had several conversations which came out on the good side, and he came around showing support, for a lot of the stuff that Trump stand for. So, I would take him over that
any day. Yeah, I agree.
Million times.
But I think there's better options. But you won't have options this time. You got two options.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't vote this guy in. This guy is crazy.
Good luck to you guys, man. I'll be praying for y'all. And I hope that y'all do it the right way.
So I want to cover two more things, but I don't want to take too much time. We're trying to tighten up the episodes. Yeah. So he did send me a video earlier about AOC not being from the Bronx. This is another New York person.
I'm a Bronx girl.
She's not from the block.
Bronx.
You guys should look into that. Maybe on the next episode we'll get into it a little more. I know we extended this episode a little bit on the two subjects, but it's crazy.
Shout out
Silver spoon in her mouth.
What's his name? Benny Johnson.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Which one is it? Here it is.
What's his name? I think his name is Benny Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Benny, man. My boy.
Benny Johnson, yeah.
Benny went out there. He
went out there and visited and everything.
He did the research. He popped up in her hometown.
Yeah. She had a silver spoon in her mouth.
Yorktown, New York. Yorktown. Not the Bronx. Yorktown. So it's just and I'm talking about she was in her adult life. So I'm trying to figure out where this Bronx, the Bronx girl come from, this big bad Bronx girl she keep talking about. But
you remember she said, I don't think he knows how to deal with the Bronx girl.
Listen.
Who's crazy? The Donald Trump?
It amazes me.
You're not a Bronx girl.
How people are just so bamboozled. They do no research. They just see somebody who they think is the hope and they just take it at face value. Yorktown. Nobody does research. I mean, it's bad that they've been saying for years, if you want to hide knowledge from a black person, put it in the book. Hell, if you want to hide research, just don't pick up your damn phone. If you want to hide the truth, just don't pick up your phone and look for the answers. Hell, you're doing that now because these people can get on TV and tell you anything and you take it at face value. You don't go do no research. You don't go look it up to try to... It's like you don't even have your own mind. They're thinking for you and you're just all right with it. Listen, man. use this. God gave it to you. It is not to waste. That's all I got to say.
Stop voting these people in. Last thing we'll talk about, prayers go out to the firefighters' families in Idaho.
Yeah.
Apparently there was, I guess, I'll call him a terrorist, set a fire out there and then called the firefighters and opened fire on them. I believe 2 passed away and one is in emergency intensive care. So prayers go out to them and their families. That's wild to me. I don't know the person's name, and I wouldn't advertise it if I did because that's what they're looking for. They did say that it could have a connection to like the KKK or something. I guess the Idaho Fire Department purchased some property because the KKK got in some trouble, and the leader had to sell his property, and then the house on the property, like they set it ablaze and did like a training on it, the fire department. And it was exactly, I think, 20 years ago to the day or 40 years ago to the day. I'm not exactly sure. And that's just a rumor. But it was a white guy, started a fire, called the firefighters for it and opened fire on them. And unfortunately, 2 of them lost their lives.
That's sad.
One's in intensive care. Prayers again go out to them and their families. And this is crazy to see. It should never happen.
And I hope the killer burn in hell.
He ended up dead. Yeah. Yeah. So they found him. He was dead. So also, burn in hell. I hope so.
That's right.
I don't know how that sits in religion for me. I probably shouldn't say that, but he deserves what is coming to him. Anyways, well, thank you for giving us your time.
Yes.
And we are happy to do this.
We back in business, baby.
We're back in business. He's back. Sorry for the short episode yesterday. It was short notice, and I'm prepared, but I wasn't prepared for myself.
I apologize to my brother for the short notice.
Nah, no worries, man. I enjoyed it. I think I had some fun on it and learned some things.
That's right.
Yeah.
Matt does a lot of in front of the camera when he's by himself. So we'll work.
I had like a whole 30-second pause one time, and I was trying to figure it out.
We'll work those out, and man, he's.
I'll do better.
We're getting better at this.
Yeah.
Fortunately for me, I love the camera, so it's not really, too much for me. But yeah, for others, it's not quite that comfortable at the time. So he's working it out, and I'm here to support him, and you guys are here too, man. We just gonna try to keep the good content coming to you.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Shoot us some comments, and we'll see you again next week.
Peace.